Alright, here we are for turn 2. Well, we're just finishing our turn 2. I've read a lot more of the manual now. So, look, when I say a lot more, there's still so much to read. Um, really is good having a manual, and it's a good manual. That's what kept me playing this game in this confusion, but I think I'm getting a bit more of a grasp on it. But that said, I've only been reading it. I haven't actually got onto into the game to actually look at it further. So there'll still be plenty of learning about this game of Shadow Empire. So some of the important things I think I've learnt, and I'm still guessing whether this is the case, is the way that we're painting these zones. So one of the things is I should be bringing these communities, these free folk, into my zones as soon as possible, because then they'll start, their private enterprise that they're working for will start paying taxes to me. So that's one of the things we can start to do to increase this income, which is one of the main things that we're looking at doing because we are poor. And so that is one thing. So at the moment I've just been driving as far as possible. So the one thing I wanted to check was in the layers, if we look at the logistics layer, which I guess is just this. So we can see our logistics and it actually only goes up to here. Sorry, this was at the start of the turn. And so this is where it went up to. And at the moment we're still supplied, but we're going to get to a point where we've gone too far and our logistics can't cope anymore. And so then we can build supply bases along here, which will extend the distance the supplies can travel, but it doesn't actually generate more logistics points. So for more logistics points we can look at building train stations and truck stops. So I still haven't got into the real details of how that's all applied, but that's something to keep an eye on because we have just spread out in single directions when we should be spreading more out around our base rather than just driving the roads, and start bringing in some of these little settlements into our zone. And so we made friends with these guys, the Cragalacia, Deep Space, they're known. Cragalacia is the zone, and Jamie Murray, and that means that we can't now push into his zone without starting a war, I imagine. We've met Schwarzdorf is the zone, which is the Nebulavia. Do we know Nebulavia's leader? We don't know his leader yet. We're also right up against Bruck, Nagelbruck, and the Nagelbruck Reich. We don't know their leader yet either. And still got some easy, quite large free folk places here. They're quite large because of the buildings compared to Sulphur and Walkal. They're pretty far away, but we might just try to lure them in, but then otherwise maybe this truck will come back along this way and start to bring in more of this radiated land. Probably could split up a bit more as well. So the other thing that I was looking at, but I didn't confirm this in the manual, is if you look at Intertop, we have a lot of population and not many workers. So we should be able to I think build some more assets. We go back to construct some more assets and actually probably build some more troops as well. So these are independents. I don't quite understand how we got them by the looks of it. Then we've got under here, and so these are all militia. So we only started with militia, so we need to really build some real troops. So we might look at doing that right now actually. So if we raise a formation, 19,000 infantry. It's going to cost us 19,000 workers, which... Is that workers? We've only got 4,000. Oh, that's right, I turned off the pop-ups because they're a bit flickery. So I just got to remember to right click and hold right click to turn them on. So we're only getting we only got 4,000, we're only getting 8,000 per turn, which we dissected where that was all coming from. Somewhere, I believe. But from the variety of assets, I think 500 naturally coming from the zone, I don't quite, and then 300 from these guys. So I don't know if 500's to do with, that's 600, no, that's workers. So 500 recruits, and that's workers, yeah. So we've got heaps of population not actually working, which we should probably do something about by maybe building some more things. But let's got 4,000, so maybe we just switch to an army is bigger. Brigade is what we want. 4,000, 165. Right, so 50% shouldn't be a problem. 165 of those things, which I can't remember. They're industrial points, yep. And 120, 110 metals and 3 political points, which is fine. So this has a machine gun as well. Costs a bit more metal, a bit more industrial points. Which we can do. Our metal situation is quite good, and this is probably a little bit too big for us. So I think... Right, so this is a multi-unit with its own OHQ as well. So operational headquarters, SHQ being the strategic headquarters. So we can actually... multi-unit OHQ. I thought there was one to just produce a unit without an OHQ. A single unit. Thanks, dude, for the spam. So anyway, sorry. I'm streaming this as well as recording, so it can also hopefully be useful to people as a standalone as well. So anyway, it looks like we'll just go with an OHQ. Emmanuel said that it's always good to always with your units create with an OHQ if you can. Most of your units if you know OHQ, because the commander that we will designate to run it gives all sorts of bonuses, and we can play stratagems on them to make them even better. So I reckon we go with this machine gun because we can afford these little extra bits and pieces. Yeah, I think we can. We don't quite have it at the industrial points, but I reckon let's do it. So, oops. I need to raise at least 50% of the formation. Well, I can, can't I? %. Right, so click on independent just without an OHQ. Don't know why I can't do 50%. Easily got enough, don't I? So that's just what I was saying there. You assign a commander with an OHQ, you can use the posture stratagems to give it posture, and it can give it a lot of bonuses. So if you really buff these guys up in some proper infantry with an OHQ, otherwise they're going to be a ragtag shambles. Okay, so surely... Okay, I'm not understanding something here. I've got all this money, so... I mean, I've got all this stuff. So what is the problem? What am I missing? I'm a bit lost about that. Maybe we'll try next turn. So let's see if we can construct some more things and utilise some of this population. We do have a lot of food, but we can always make more food because we can sell it if we've got cash as well. So makes sense there. One thing we are missing, which everything needs, is these machines. The machines, so yeah, let's see if we can buy some. I don't know if we can actually buy machines. We can. Okay. So buy 2 machines.
Copy that.
And then if we sell, we don't really need to sell anything. 19 credits, right? Enough to pay everybody, hopefully. Now, we do have a few units here still. So I wonder if we send them out a little bit more and claim some of this land. Where can this guy go? Into the radiation. I was sort of a bit upset that we made peace with these guys because they seem to have got all the good land, and now we're left just to explore in the radiated land if we don't want a war straight away. So let's just do it anyway. And these guys. Into the radiation. Okay, that's good. Now everyone has spread out. And I think we're ready to finish the turn. Let's do it. Interested to see what's going on there. Nasty red arrows. Don't know what that meant. I mean, I'm assuming he's probably not happy that I'm camped up against his capital. Does seem pretty intimidating, but it was kind of an accident. The time of bureaucracy. 250 bureaucratic bonus points. I'm actually not 100% sure what the bureaucratic bonus points are doing for me. Probably something I should find out. Nice, just what we needed actually. Beautiful. Oh, we forgot to build some more assets. That's what we're going to look at. Even just some scavenger assets would have been handy. Just to scavenging up those, if we look at the scavenger assets, they just give us a bit of metal, oil, fuel, and more metal, private metal. Right. And a bit of cash too. And I think that's actually, that's a private scavenging area too. Publicly we've just got this mine that we're building over the water, ice mine, and we've just got the city itself. So yeah, we haven't, all the rest of this is privately owned, and so we just get a really small piece of the tax, but otherwise we don't really have a huge benefit from it. What's Blake Ironhall got to say? Start of turn we controlled 98 hexes, that's 47 more than the previous turn. It's a good start, but just a start. Our final goal is to conquer the whole planet. Okay. There's only one objective here, guys. Kill everybody. Now this Connor Robin Walker, if you watched him in my other episodes, he's stuffing up every turn, causing unrest. Just doesn't know when to shut up, and because of it we've had to reprimand him a couple of times and we're not on good terms. And considering he's I think he's essentially my second in command, we've got a bit of a problem there. So we'll see what he's stuffed up this turn. We've only got one decision, so hopefully it's not something him stuffing something up. Metal is a key resource that you'll need for almost all production and construction. Zones of first SHQ do not have a public asset yet that is producing metal. Gotcha. We could construct a metal mine if we have found enough metal deposits. If no metal deposits found, we could construct a recycling asset on a hex with scavenge points. Okay. Okay, that's good to see. I haven't had this advice yet. Probably tried to get ahead of myself and just let the game play a bit, rather than trying to understand everything right from the start. That's cool. Right, there's a whole health thing in the reports. Okay, that's good to know. Economic Council. Call a secretary. Is Blake. New organisation. Economic Council. Okay. Right, discover, research. BP, that's the bureaucratic points, is it? So they spend BP. Okay, okay. Now this sounds very useful, doesn't it? So, we basically call our secretary, set up the Economic Council, and that's going to get them searching for resource deposits, which we can then build mines and whatever we need to build on. Because at the moment we only have found this one, or we started at the start, have this one water deposit. But so this sounds pretty useful, so let's just go do that. Let's call Blake. New organisation. We've got heaps of political points and we're not really spending them on anything. Okay, cool. Ready to rock. We'll look at that soon. Oh, we'll look at that now. Where is Blake? So we do have the science one is already open. But let's go to the economic one.
Roger
sure
that.
thing. Okay, cool. The Free Folk, pressed by stories of our stability and good governance, a Free Folk town in 1823 has decided to join their support. What was their name? They're requesting that we help them hold their town. Your support could inspire more Free Folk to defend their town. We make a public announcement you would defend their town. Yeah, I think so. I think so. Bit of heart, bit of government, not so much heart. And he'll just like me no matter what I think. Cirrus. That's right. We I think we applied him to be the director of the Applied Science Council, and we're a bit worried about him because he's very egotistical, ambitious. He's got charisma. I feel like he's going to be a problem, but he's very good at what he does. So hopefully it'll be cool. Anyway, let's just say yes, we will. 1823. 1823. That was really useful there, Commander Connor Robin Walker. Thanks for that. Now, how can I... where are the coordinates? There's 18. Ah, this place here. So here's some independence again, isn't it? Free Folk Marauders. But they're now in my control. And what is this? posture. It's a posture. Why is it called a posture? Unknown posture. It's interesting. Anyway, let's, since you're so helpful before, Connor Robin Walker, tell us about constructing an asset. Yep. Constructing a rural asset. We did that when we constructed the ice mine before. Alright, cool. Cool. So, alright, that's good. Thanks for that. We can close that up now. Alright, so what's the plan? So see, the logistics seem to have run out now, basically. So these guys still seem to have good supply. That little green dot is their supply. There was some way to actually view the supply directly. Maybe if I inspect them. Not sure where that was actually. You could see how much fuel, so they need fuel and food. And you could see how much is actually reaching them. Well, let's see, this is... They're not getting any HQ power anymore. So yeah, we're probably, oh, here's the supply consumption. So they're still getting everything now. I don't know exactly how they are doing that, but right. So this is the image I was looking for. So our supply goes to here, and then their own logistics is coming all the way back here to get the supplies they need, and they're still managing to do that. So they requested 6 fuel and 7 food, and they got all that. So they're all cool. These guys look cool too. So it's all hunky-dory at this stage. We are getting to the edge of where we can go. So we've got a whole planet to conquer, so let's keep going. So yeah, these are probably troops, I'm guessing. We don't have visibility on, so there's a recon stat, I believe. Readiness. Where is that recon stat? Oh, here, 7. And recon for unit info is 40. 400 for full unit info. And we've got 7. Same probably here, 36, not too bad. And we don't know what sort of troop that's going to be. Only one way to find out though, isn't it? So I reckon these, I mean I know we're meant to be defending this joint, but I think at least one of them can go have a little scouty, eh? Can I actually move straight past them? Let's try. Oops. Okay. So Free Folk Marauders. Non-aligned forces. So nothing to worry about really. 800 rifle militia. We've got 2400 rifle militia. It's interesting that it's got 24 there. But it's actually 800. Oh, our recon's only 54, so it actually could be anything, I think, between something like 800 and 2400. That's cool. We might, wonder why that red arrow is there. I think we might just move up here. Keep him honest. This guy can stay back. If we hide units here, Reno. Got a good chunk of cash now. Right. Now I was wondering if there's a hotkey to move to the next unit. That would be really handy. Anyway, that's something I'll have to research at another time. But let's have a look here. So Schwarzdorf, we can't just walk into their land. Whose is this land? Another major regime, right next to Nebelavia and Moreso. And we're friends with Moreso, even though we have no idea who he is. Must just be friendly dudes, I guess. There's that one recon. And this guy, see, why is this guy blackmailing? Is that just they're just blackmailing dudes, and these guys are just friendly dudes? These guys like to blackmail. I'm not sure about these Nebelavia dudes. They're a worry. And these guys are hostile, okay. I mean, these guys are the real worry. We've got some non-aligned forces there. We got our mates. Well, we're at peace. 58. I think that's our friendship there. Our relationship. Could be. We've got some hostile units. I think we should just skedaddle out there. We've got no reason to be out there anymore. We can't go out that way. We can't explore any further. So we might just drive all the way back to base, I think, is the go. Of course, I've clicked the wrong button. Right click to move. Gonna learn the recon mechanics as well. Be interesting. How do we keep an eye on what's going on across the border? These guys have come to their edge as well. I think probably good for them to move over here. These guys can continue into the beautiful radiation. We found Boulder. We found this. Wonder why it's green. It's interesting playing this game, you just get more and more questions. And now these guys. These red icons, they're really something interesting about them. So just notice our food went down this turn. Oh, so did we raise troops? Or was that the mine? Maybe that's what happened. That's why I couldn't raise the troops, because I'd actually already allocated those to the mine that we're building here. Okay, that's a little bit confusing. Yeah, because I'm not raising any troops with that. Really need to get this economic council going. No, 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 mistake. No, no, no. Alright, oh yeah, I really want to bring this place in, so let's see where this guy can go. I wonder if there's some, well there doesn't seem to be any zone of control thing to prevent him from going past it, because we did see this guy walk past this guy. But anyway, let's move in. Right, there is already some troops there. Okay, we've got a city here too. So this is, yeah, minor regime. It seems quite bigger than the other ones we've seen here. Can't spread my borders around there. Interesting, interesting. Maybe another time. Now, have we moved everybody? These guys haven't moved. You can go straight out there. You may as well spread out. I know we're meant to be defending you, but hopefully that doesn't matter too much. And I think that's it. So let's go back to trying to build some more assets. So I think so we used them. Definitely one machine was used for this. Good if there's some way I could actually easily see. The ice mining facility under construction. Resource hexes. It's not a bad little summary. A really nice overview of my stuff. My inventory. So yeah, Applied Science Council, what are they actually doing? Tech discovery and research. Right, so we're still discovering the technology that we can actually research. That's Cirrus, our man Cirrus. Doug Highlander, yeah, Cirrus is in very good relationship with him. Doug, okay. And if we look at our HQ, Robin, 42. I think it's actually gone up a little bit, it has. Well, hopefully we can recover from his earlier gaffes. Have a look at his history. It doesn't actually show these his mistakes. So yeah, this history seems to have sort of stuff that he's just doing in the background, spending his own XP to attempt to improve things. which I think must be stats. Yeah, so high command, resist influence. So he's got a little star there, I don't know what that means. Alright. So he's popped that up to level 17, that's... Right, and he's used that skill once. I mean, it's like super detailed, isn't it? All these skills, all tracked individually. These guys doing a whole bunch of things. In the background. And what was the other one? Was resist influence. Chance to resist its faction changing your relationship with the leader. Right. Well, that sounds useful. The merchant society, which he's the leader of, can't influence his relationship with me. But he's not that high level at this stage. Alright. So, anyway, what it does mean is, I don't 100% know where this stuff is getting spent. I'm sure last time when I played it yesterday I worked out somewhat where it was getting spent, but anyway, let's just move on. Let's build these assets. Or maybe we'll try to... oh, yeah, no, we can't raise anything. So a city asset, current and possible projects. Alright, maybe here, industry. So we've got one machine left. 500, okay. We don't have enough metal for that, man. And we probably don't have enough metal for anything, to be honest. Logistics we probably don't need to worry about at this stage. I'm not going to spend my precious metals on that, so... is there anything worth constructing on this? Nah, not really. Alright, so I think we just need to build up our metals some more before we can really do anything. Or we could... so our water is at maximum storage. So there's a little star there. A star or a dot. And it's at maximum storage. You can see the maximum storage there is 2,392. And lost due to max storage reached 3,250. The hell? We are producing water out the wazoo. Wonder how we can create the maximum, increase the maximum storage. But what we can do is let's sell this. Sell this stuff. What? Can't sell water? What? What? It's a shame. You can buy water. Yeah, Pavig, I know that's what I'm hoping for, but I can't sell water. I can sell fuel, metal, food and machines. I can only buy water. So yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. We're building a mine to get even more water, so it could be a bit of a waste. So let's take over the turn, see what happens to our resources next. I mean, I should really know what's going to happen to my resources. Let's just go back to showing all of them. So 42 metal coming in. Really don't have a lot. But I mean, these scavenging huts, surely they aren't expensive. Actually, there was something about the scavenging points, and you can build stuff on those. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm sure it just feels wasteful at the moment though, you know what I mean? Um, but yeah, I've basically used all my stuff for now on my water mine, which is seems like a total waste of time at the moment since I've got so much water. Anyway, let's tick this over, see what happens. Have you played this, Pavig? Hmm. Oh, okay. That's good to know. So I can run the water mine at low capacity. So we've killed 400 infantry and we lost 100 infantry. We had a fight somewhere along the line, eh? Bureaucratic bonus cranking along. 16 machinery has been secured. That's massive. Well, it's massive to me. 2 new stratagems. Meet the CEO. And reduce the amount of control of the corporation in the zone. Okay. Have you read the manual, mate? I don't know how you could survive without reading the manual. Because I don't know if... I mean, maybe there are other games similar to it, but it seems like pretty unique sort of a game. So where do we, okay, let's just go to our decision. So these are all logistics. These guys are getting their supplies from, right, I didn't realise the dev had made other games. That's interesting. I'll have to check that out. Right, so he's still getting all the supply he needs. Oh, this guy's got the blue dot in the corner there. So that might be another story for him. What's this? Replacements, right? Because yes, he's lost 100 troops, so he needs replacements and he needs ammo. So that's going to make him less effective. And so assuming he was attacked by this guy here, why are they cross? Why are they cross with us? Oops, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Cancel, cancel, cancel. Just fighting for the hell of it, eh? Can I see this? What's the status of this? Two machines, 1200 of 2000 worker points. Right, ah man, okay. Still sucking all our middle industrial points. Oh well, goes. And so yeah, as I was just saying, sorry, the logistics is the main logistics points, and then these guys are feeding off that from their own, using their own logistics. And we can work on building and spreading this out by building various things. Which I haven't got around to doing yet. So it looks like we're struggling to keep this territory. I'm not sure what the mechanics are behind that. But probably related to the fact that we are so far away from home. So we might just send this guy back and consolidate some of our land, our zone. Right, so these are free folk places here. I can't see any free folk there. And yeah, this mine, it's really annoying me now because I can't even raise any real troops. Let's just go through our decisions for this turn. The economic council, this is what we need. Yeah, right. So why, do you know why some are green and some are grey? Green and grey, I think, are the two colours that we've come across. So, sorry, I lost my train of thought now. Oh yeah, decisions. The new director. So we've only got one option, eh? It's Newt. Right. Right, okay, so green are... Right, so they're actually the Zemonians, gotcha, whereas these ones, oh, they're Limax. Unless Limax are that grey colour. Maybe they are, that's their primary colour is the grey. Zemonians' primary colour is the green, that's what I'm guessing. And this guy who is not aligned is also grey. But that's cool, that makes sense. Thanks mate, thanks for that. Very useful. So yeah, if I'm going to start claiming this land, I'm going to have to start fighting really. I just wish I could raise some decent troops, but I've got no no metal, no industrial points to be able to do that. So we will just soldier on with some cheap exploration, I think, for now. Actually, did I move these guys last time? I don't reckon I did. Whoops. Send them out along the border. Right, and then there's the blue. Okay. That colours thing was very useful. I would have been stewing over the colours being, thinking they're all sorts of things, but that makes a lot of sense. And oh, it's very obvious now that you mention it. So I guess we're going to continue this fight. These guys got no action points though, by the looks. Was used up during the other guy's turn, I'm guessing. So I think we may as well try to finish these guys off. Don't really need to join this guy in, but why not, eh? Don't think there should be any drawbacks, is there? Attack.
Let's go!
This is my first battle, by the way.
Operation successful.
Okay. Sort of felt like more people died than I expected, to be honest. That's right. All dead. Safely retreated. We lost 4 or 5 units to their 4, although quite a few guys nearly died. Right. Some big battles they're preparing for you, eh? Right. Very cool. Lots of detail if you want to delve into it. I probably should have taken a bit more notice of the sort of yeah, Pavik, yeah, about the odds. I did read that in the manual that the odds you should take with a grain of salt. I think were the actual words. Which is cool. I like that. I love having games that don't have perfect information. I think so much more interesting. I find that really fascinating aspect of games. And it can just bring so much more mechanics into the games as well, like being able to scout, spy, be surprised. So I think these guys are cooked now. We've driven them back. Oh, this guy can actually move. Yeah, so let's move in there for sure. And so they've all moved. This guy hasn't moved yet. I might just try to stamp our authority on these guys and God, what if they attack us though? I'm getting nervous at these. Well, surely I have to declare war anyway. After he attacks us, he attacks us. And these guys are yet to move either, so they can keep exploring, I think. And maybe keep out of the radiation if we don't have to. Too close. Cop the radiation, fella. And I think that is everybody. Now moved. And so yeah, I mean, I think I'm probably gonna have to like start learning more about the logistics, and I'm assuming I'm building roads to keep these guys supplied. Let's yeah, no, I'm still stuffed with the supplies. I could actually buy some though now. Could buy some. Let's have a look at this asset, what we need. Still need a lot. But regardless, I reckon, let's bring in some metal. Spend a bit of that cash on some metal. And oh, you can't buy industrial points. It's not a good to actually buy. Interesting. Okay. Let's buy 80 metal while we're here.
Copy that.
And let's look at this industrial heat map. Where is the industrial heat map? This one? Not industrial, the logistics. Logistics heat map. That kind of looks like it. Is that the one? That looks very handy actually. Yeah, cool. Cool. So now we're just going to work out how do we get the industrial points pumping. 10 delivered to the zones. 10 delivered. Which asset produced that 10? I do not know. Yeah, good to know, man. Good to know, thank you. That's really quite cool, because logistics sometimes does my head in, but this actually makes it really easy to see what the logistical layout looks like. Nice. But industrial points, how do we get those? Happiness is dropping, worker happiness is going up. Yeah, so the bottlenecks. So my understanding is there's only so much travel along a logistical route can happen. And that's where the bottlenecks can occur if you've got too much traffic. And building industry in cities to generate industrial points. Well, that would sort of make sense. Industries produce industrial points. So let's go to the city. Let's go construct. I can't build anything at the moment because I've got machines galore. Workers shouldn't be a problem. Ah, the old metal. The old metal. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. So here's the right. So we just got tax. Tax for them. We've got 65 from the tax. And the ice mining facility consumed a lot of it, and 10 is what we got to add to our stock. Alright, that's alright. We'll just have to ride this mine, this water mine out. Ice mine. Just make sure we can't... Ah, did this say this before? Did I just miss that? Or was it not there before? But the water cannot be sold because it's such a low price. Alright, so everybody's got a ton of water at the moment. Alright, that's alright. Keep that on, turn the bottlenecks off. And yeah, we're just gonna have to ride this out, I think. Now what I was thinking about though, alright, let's do our decisions. I think I was going to do this about 15 minutes ago. Alright, Newt. Suitability rating 4, which is pretty bad. But we are going to want someone in charge of the new Economic Council, so Newt,
Yes,
off
sir.
you go. Alright, now we're best of buddies. Now the priorities. I think prospecting is what we want to find more resources. So we'll just pump that up a little bit. I mean, I don't know really what the best percentages are, but let's just say 35 on that. We'll even the rest out. That'll do.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Limac Pax demand an oath of peace. Limac. I swear a ritualistic and ancient oath of peace. Okay. Rex tells us a ritual encompassing a solemn promise of peace is what we need for today, for next year, for eternity. What the hell? We be like blood brothers. Bring out the priests. Just keep a stiff upper lip. I mean, we're all about the heart, man. We're all about the heart. So, bring out the priests. I don't know, I'm not... Manual... Oh, look, I don't really like his face. Don't like the idea of bringing out the priests. But I don't really like the idea of getting into a fight, because I'm just not ready for that. So let's, we'll be like blood brothers. And well...
Roger that.
The rest of us is a 400 credits gift. Dude. Now we can definitely be blood brothers. And everybody's happy with that idea. Of course we're going to accept it.
Roger that.
Roger that. Alright. Oh, that's good, that's good. I felt like we made some progress here. Had some action. And, but right now, I'm sorry, I have to say, I have to go to bed. Thanks for joining me though, guys, and I will probably be playing again tomorrow night at about similar time, I think. So if you want to come and join me then, it'll always be appreciated. But if not, hopefully I see you guys around. I'll be going and reading more of the manual and trying to get a better understanding before I get stuck in again. And continue learning. I'm really actually getting into this game. I thought I might found it a bit too overwhelming, but it's pretty cool. So yeah, thanks for your help, Pavig, and I'll see you guys later.